everyone. We're going to talk about where do basic trigonometric identities originate. And what we're going to do is, on this part here, we're going to let r equal 1 for the unit circle. So if r is 1, what I'm going to do is change all these r's to 1. So I'm going to put 1 on there. So that's 1, 1, 1, 1. Therefore, sine is your y, cosine is your x. Okay, so when you're on the unit circle and all basic identities, you're going to know that r is 1. So we come here and we know that sine is y, cosine is x, and so forth. Tan is y over x, and then you just do the reciprocal here. So here's where your basic identities come from. If sine is y and cosine of theta is x, then we're going to substitute and let tan of theta equal y, and y equals sine of theta. So that's sine of theta, and x is cosine of theta. So tan is sine of theta over cosine of theta. Similarly, cotan of theta equals your x, which is cosine of theta, and your y, which is sine of theta. Okay? Now, on these two, right here, we can say that cosecant of theta is 1 over y, which is 1 over sine. And secant of theta is 1 over x, which is 1 over cosine. Okay? And similarly, we can say, let's see. Okay, well, we can just go back and forth on that. So the last thing we need to do is your Pythagorean identities. So we know that x squared plus y squared equals r squared. It's the same thing as a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we know that x is cosine squared. X is cosine of theta, and we square it, plus y is sine, and you square it, and then r is 1, so 1 squared is just 1. By convention, we move this square here. It just makes it easier to do this. So these two are equivalent. Okay, so usually mathematicians don't write it like that. They write it with the square on the inside there. And then for sine, do the same thing. And that's your Pythagorean identity. Also, mathematicians tend to write sine first. So sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta equals 1. And that's your Pythagorean identity. And those are just the basic ones. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.